Is this thing not on? No, there it is. It's on now. Okay, okay. Well, so... Oh god, video quality disappeared for a second. That was weird. 1 second. Alright, so I'm gonna play this video game called Shadow of the Colossus. The reason that I'm going to play this game is because I previously played another game called Eco, or Ico. I don't know how you pronounce it. Eco sounds weird because that sounds like a game about the economy or something, or the environment. I'm going to be playing it with a good controller, so not a DualShock 4. It has asymmetrical sticks. I am currently booting up my tablet so that I can actually see chat. Give me a second. But so here's the thing. I've played a lot of video games. In 2018, I think I finished 65, maybe 66. In 2019, I finished, I think, 56 games, which is because I was working a lot more. And so I basically just finished up some games I'd started in the year that I got super sick and had to get surgery. And when you are spending a lot of time in the hospital, you're not in the hospital, but in recovery from people zapping your heart to make it function properly, you get to play a lot of games. So I played a lot in 2018 and a lot less in 2019, but for 2020, I was kind of sitting there and I was like, okay, I finished this game, what games am I going to play? Because I found myself, as I was kind of trying to get rid of as many games on my backlog, going, you know, there are some games that I've just seen in my backlog for a very long time and I've never played them. So I'm putting out a tweet letting people know that I'm doing this now. Sorry. I'm pretty tired, but I am functional. I am alive, and I figured, hey, if y'all really wanted me to play, I think Metroid Prime and Shadow of the Colossus are probably the two most you need to play this games that everyone's told me I need to fucking play. So, fine, be that way. Here it is, Shadow of the Colossus. Now, I wanted to play it. I thought it would be interesting, but I talked to a lot of people and they said, they said, hey, you should check out Eco. And Shadow of the Colossus, they're both masterpieces. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll play Eco first. So I played Eco first, and that was a couple years back. And I got like to the first save checkpoint, like the save couch thing, and I stopped. I stopped playing. I was like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck about this. I'm gonna stop playing. This isn't fun. And then I went and I played it again, and that was really recently. And I actually had a really good time with it, probably a better time than people thought I would have, because I know there was a bunch of people being like, you probably won't love this dock, and it turned out that I did. I actually really loved Eco, and that kind of motivated me to play this next game. There's a lot of games sitting on my shelf right now, just looking at them, right, that I'd like to play. But this is the one that really stuck out to me, other than maybe the Wheelman for Xbox 360 and Onimusha and Lair and the Saboteur. But so I started up the game because I thought, hey, I'm just gonna start up the game, y'all. It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna start it up, pause the main menu, and kind of introduce myself and all that other stuff. And it turns out it just starts the game like immediately, I guess. So sorry, I'm like 30 seconds into the first cutscene. I don't know if there's a menu after that or the game really did just get started. But that's where we're at. And I just got a error on my computer that said failed to execute script. I have no idea what that is. Anyways, one thing that I really appreciated for the first 20, 30 seconds of this cutscene is that there's atmospheric distortion here. A lot of games are getting better at atmospheric distortion, making space feel big. But a lot of movies aren't. And I always thought that was really strange. They don't make space feel big when you don't have that as a pilot. I used to see that. The air gets, because of stuff in the air gets like thicker and foggier. So the further away something is, the fainter it is. And you don't see that as much as you could, and this game actually exaggerates it. Like, you can see all that excess fog down there. It really makes it shine. And newer game tech does a much better job of this. This is the remaster. I played Eco on the PS3 because that's the most recent platform you can play it on. But I played this on, I'm playing this on PS4. I heard the controls are a little better on this one. So, stream is really far behind on my thing, which is really surprising. Mixer's usually like instant. But I am trying to record a VOD for this so that I can upload it later for people who can't stick around or don't want to watch tonight or whatever. It's 9:41 p.m. I mean, it's late. I've either been sleeping or working today and occasionally tweeting, but like mostly sleeping or working. Just got done writing kind of an emotionally draining game conversation for a game that I'll be shipping this year. I'm trying to get it ready for voice. I think it's Blue Point that remastered this. So I think they've done a really good job making it feel lush and pretty. Idyllic as fuck. This is an 18 plus stream. I don't intend to, do anything super shitty on my stream or anything, but I will say fuck a lot. Because this game is fucking pretty. Seriously, this looks really nice. I don't think the stream is 4K only because I'm not broadcasting the game in 4K. So it would be weird if the stream was 4K. That bridge does not look like it would be very sturdy. Because of the direction the bridge is pushing down on the ground. That looks kind of it looks pretty though. It looks like a really pretty bridge. That's strange. I'm literally broadcasting in 1080p. Okay, there is a menu, so that's cool. I assume that just kind of sets up, hey, this is what the game is about. Yeah, see, I'm even playing in performance mode. I don't have a 4K TV. I don't have a 4K receiver. Nothing should be broadcasting in 4K, so I don't know what to tell you about that. I'm sorry. I wonder why that is. I forgot to rename the stream. So this one's gonna be called Eco. You can obviously, this is totally not Eco. I hope the Mixer mods don't ban me for getting the game wrong. It's late and I've been working all day. I really like this controller. I have it. It's kind of jank at turning on and off. But it has asymmetrical sticks, so it's much more physically fun. It's also larger than DualShock 4, so it's much more comfortable. Also, the triggers are like better triggers. And I heard they released a new version. The one problem I do have is this thing doesn't always turn on when I want it to. It's got this magnetic face plate, so I can actually take it off and put it back on. Apparently there's a potential to replace face plates, which is cool. The main reason I like asymmetrical sticks is, for most games that aren't shooters, you're going to be using the left stick and the face buttons. So it's much more comfortable, at least in my opinion, to have your thumb on the right face buttons and the thing on the left. Stream is running literally fine on my laptop. Like it's not hitching on a laptop that is connected via Wi-Fi to the internet. So I hope that's on your end. I mean, I hope I don't think I'm having problems on my end, at least, because I'm literally watching it online right now. Okay, that's good. I don't really know what to do in that case. I did have the cable cut out earlier, and I'm not actually sure why that happened. I'm worried that the PS4's HDMI port or the cable into the HDMI port might be fucky. So, I know a little bit about this game. I know that there's a horse, so it's bad. I know that this person's name is, I think, Wander, and he's basically made a deal with Satan to kill, like, 14 monsters. 16 monsters. Because he wants to fuck the shit up out of a big critter. I don't fucking know exactly, but he's reassembling the pieces of some dead shit, which just reminds me of Nimrod, the ancient guy who apparently was responsible for building the Tower of Babel. The story goes, Nimrod was a mighty hunter. They ended up chopping his body parts up into little pieces and scattering it around the world so he couldn't come back together. That story, I believe, predates Egypt, where a similar thing happened to Osiris. And oh my god, the font choice. I'm upset that this is the font choice they went with, and I should be allowed to commit violence. Is this the same kind of weird fictional language that they used in Eco, or is there just, are they speaking Japanese? I have the game turned down really low. Okay, I liked when they used wingdings in Eco. Yeah, Owen called them wingdings and it made me laugh. I like how the whole game environment looks like super amazing, and then she looks like she's like ripped from early 360 generations graphics. And then obviously the devil himself is this horse right here. Hey, I played Eco. Give me a stick, I can kill these guys with a stick. The horse is summoning evil creatures to fight the boy. Horse, how could you betray me like this? I was a horse the whole time. I'm gonna kill this horse and all his minions. With Sting from Lord of the Rings. It's a tie-in game. Never mind. Haha, horse. You can't stop me. A long time ago, see, whenever I write, I tend to get fixated on certain phrases, right? I have a phrase that gets... Ooh, more talking. This is definitely going to be a spoiler stream, as we are going to stream the whole game, so... I don't understand why people are upset by spoilers. You say I'm mortal. I'm kidding. I'm just saying. It's weird to me whenever I talk about games or I criticize games and people are like, "I can't believe you spoiled this." It's like I literally said I was gonna review the game, like not review the game. I was gonna critique the game. Like obviously it's got spoilers. A bunch of people asked me if I had Death Stranding piece had spoilers in it. And it's like, well, yeah, it literally discusses the ending, but at the ending of the article, you can get like halfway through that article and never even see Death Stranding content. Trademark symbol. I'm sorry for making you cry, but I'm also glad. The thing that made Death Stranding work for me was that part where in the lyrics of the song it says something like "close your tired eyes." Like that's not a big spoiler or anything, but it really hit me because it felt like getting permission to rest. No one has actually said they don't want to be spoiled. I was trying to make a bad joke. So I gotta kill 16 critters to bring back a dead girl. And this evil horse is commanding me, obviously. Oh, all the statues are actually distinct. That's cool. I know the monsters are distinct, but that's neat. Yeah, Death Stranding is a game that gives you permission to rest, and I thought that was really cool. I'm not gonna lie, this is setting up the conflict, but this is a very boring cutscene. I understand. I will use papyrus font. Is the price he paid the 11-year development time for whatever, the 11-year development time for the Last Guardian or whatever it was, 15 years? I don't know. I think it was 11 years. No. Duke Nukem was what? 14 years from 1997 to 2011 or whatever? 13 years? Yeah. This game took literally longer, if I remember right. No, it took less. It took less time. The font choice is so bad. People calling this game a masterpiece and it literally uses papyrus. My god, are they gonna be like, so you know the Last of Us, that game, all its subtitles are in Comic Sans. I read something interesting a while ago where somebody said that Comic Sans forces you to finish writing. Oh man, he's responsive. Okay. Hey, he does a thing where if you hit, it's just like Eco. If you hit, he does the whole like. Okay, so go there, I'm guessing. Get away from me. Did not realize there was high. Oh, it's got a UI. Probably have to go there, don't I? That makes sense. I heard that Comic Sans slows you down because it's large. It's spaced out enough that it actually makes your brain have to read and pay attention in a way that you don't. Fuck! That horse just tried to, you saw that? The horse tried to kill me. The horse is evil. speed the fuck. There we go. Alright. I like how they've got this camera that pulls out to make the game look as good as possible. I mean, not like it's making it, you know what I mean. Whatever. Wait, do I just have to hold triangle? This is a weird camera. I'm gonna have to get used to this. Well, this looks intimidating. Alright. Camera shakes, which is really interesting. Alright. It's true, horses are aggro. That makes perfect sense to me. Hold R2. What am I supposed to grab onto, game? R2 does work, yeah. It's R1. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Duh. Right. To me, that just looked like a plant wall. It didn't look like a climbing wall. So... is this gonna be like Eco, where like bits of the environment don't look climbable, but are? Okay. I will say I'm really happy that X is jump in this game. Okay, you have to manually grab. It's not an auto ledge grab. I thought this was gonna be like that one. Why did he float to the side when I jumped there? Oh, I remember this part. It's from the beginning of Darksiders 2. I'm kidding, but I actually now I'm wondering, was the intro to Darksiders 2 explicitly referencing this? What? Okay. Let's see if we can pull this off. You ready? That's weird. Okay, you have to actually hold X to... okay, that's bizarre. It's not bad, but I have to get used to this. So, I get the distinct impression that if this is a first-person shooter, I would get to shoot the fuck out of that and be amazing. Oh, that's a horse? Alright, I'm gonna kill it. Hey, you. My name's... I don't remember... not Eco, and I'm here to say... I like killing large creatures in an unusual way. Why does he look like he's made out of building? How do I attack? Yeah. Too far. Eat shit. Yeah, fuck you. You think you can be large in my post-apocalyptic wasteland? I think I've already smashed this part up, haven't I? It's got a butt. Alright, I got this. Fun fact, I love climbing large things in video games. What's the yellow thing? What's that about? Is that my stamina? Fuck. Good to know. What's up, bro? You got glowing red eyes, that means you're evil. Nope, stop that. Okay, so it is stamina. Oh shit. Okay, I do a considerable amount of damage to this fucker. Now, this isn't the guy from the cover, is it? The guy from the cover looks different. But yeah, I like giant creatures. I was playing, I think it was the first Borderlands. Shit! I just got hit by the Death Stranding. Now I've been Death Stranded. Oh, that is the cover guy? I thought his face looked a bit different. I heard there were originally, what, 24 or 48 monsters that he designed for this, and then he ended up scaling that down. Yay, I beat the game! Why would it be 236 monsters when you could have 256 monsters? And then the 257th resets the game. Well, it seems that Wander now has the power of fast travel. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. Didn't they add something to this game? Like a sword or some shit? Like, people spent a long time looking for a secret in the original game, and then this game added the secret. Oh, shit. Whoever made that's gonna be pissed. The next was the horse. Well, I don't remember where the secret is, but I saw a video of it. It was pretty cool. It was like a neat sword that you get. It's like there's this big throne. Alright, so you do this, and then you go, where? Fuck, the horse is back. Okay, I let go of the controller game. Why are you like that? Alright. Okay. That direction. I bet I could burn a lot of ants with this. Wander seems like the kind of sick psychopath who would do that.
Abro. Abro. Abro.
Okay, it said press triangle to mount the horse. And all I did was say his name a lot. Listen, horse, I don't like you and you don't like me, but fact is we gotta murder the shit out of some critter. Wait, can you really not go through this building and up that way? Okay, fine. I'm afraid of stairs, says the horse that's the apex predator of all existence. Come on. I don't know if I like this camera. like pulling away from the horse to show you the environment and then this horse refuse, absolutely. Okay. You know what? You know what? You gonna mess with me? You gonna mess with me? I'm gonna mess with you. What? this a fast travel? Oh. I like this doorman guy. He seems helpful. Hey, bruh, if you're ever hurt, come to this big rock, and the big rock will be your friend. Big fan of that. This doorman guy, he gets me. I'll bring your wife back to life. How do I kneel? That's not it.
Abra!
This is like teleporting Watson. Creepy Watson, I mean, that's the name of the meme. Except it's a horse, so it's infinitely worse. Oops. Wrong button. Horse. Come on. Get. Alright, well, it was that way, so. Oh, hey, that's cool. Alright, alright. Alright, let's, kind of go that direction. Ish, I guess. Oh, that's, Hey, thanks for not running off the cliff. I appreciate it. That probably could have been bad for us both. But more so you, I would have just jumped off. Like that. I didn't mean to, though. I was trying to get to grips with these controls. I'm used to, there was some game I was playing where you have a horse, and you just press B to get off. I love how this camera, like, I don't like how the movement is, but I love how this camera is just so, like, it's cinematic. It pulls you out of the sequence. It's like, hey, check this out, bro. That's cool. Yeah, I know, game. I know that that's the wrong direction. Oh. Okay, what was that? Why did they break my flow there? Whoop, no. Come on, there we go. This has more music than Eco, doesn't it? I'm probably gonna play for, you know, an hour just like I did with the other game. And then I ended up playing that one for like 4 hours that one day, sorry. It's very pretty, by the way. I'm just really impressed with how good this game looks. Uh-oh. I think it's pissed. Oh shit. What's his deal? Is it a puppy or is it a elephant or a pig? Alright, horsey. Let's go kill this giant badger. Alright, how do you get on large? That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Well. Power of jumping. Didn't work. Ow. I have a plan. It's definitely not the right plan. Okay. Well, if y'all wondered whether or not horses were good, that horse just abandoned me. Ow. Those look like weak points under there, right? How do I... Ow. How are you supposed to hit his feet? What other sword? My bow? Is my bow my other sword? I only have 2 weapons. Okay, well there's a slight problem, which is that I don't actually know how to use my bow. Which means... Where's... Hey, game? Oh. Sure, we'll do that. Okay. Settings. Controls. No, we'll do modern. We'll do modern. Aim is R1. So, okay. Oh, shit. That's weird. I can't aim, in case it wasn't clear. Alright. These controls are bizarre, and I'm trying to come to grips with them. Okay. Hey, horse! Hey, horse just tried to body that guy. Wow. Good job, horse. Okay. Oh wait, no, there's fur here. All right, all right. So fur is climbable. Good to know. This music seems weirdly happy right now. Alright, so you ever played a game called oh god. I Am Alive? That's where I'm at right now. I feel like I'm playing that game. There we go. Got it. Alright. Hey, do you have a head I can punch? What up? Oh god. Nope. Nope. Don't you try to shake me off. Okay, it is genuinely impressive how he moves. Holy shit, that was awesome. Alright. Where's your weak point? He has horns. There's no way he's a dog. Why did you call him a dog earlier? His eyes are hypnotic, too. Okay, I was able to jump that successfully for some reason. Where is his weak point? Oh, the sword can... Okay. Well, that's not the sword. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Stop. Ow. Fuck. This is great. Alright, why is this music so happy? It's like, you're killing the monster and this is glorious. I love killing monsters. And I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love killing monsters. Oh, shit. Doom guy would have killed this thing already. And the music would have been amazing. Mick Gordon would have been like, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, and it would have been awesome. Okay. Oh god, nope, nope. I'm slipping. Okay. So he's probably definitely got a weak point on his head then. Yep, there it is. Okay. What up? No, no. Listen, 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 listen. My job is to save dead people. And you are a large statue orc thing. I don't... You have oil inside you. And on behalf of the American government, I'm here to liberate all of it. Nope, 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 nope. I know he's shaking his head. He's like, I don't want this. There we go. Please stop. Please stop moving your head. Let me not fall. Come on, give me a sec. Whoop. Nope. So monsters have multiple weak points. I know that one had one on the back of its leg. Stop trying to knock me off. I'm doing important business here. Okay, I think the weak point is gone. It's on his butt, isn't it? I've played Bloodborne. I know how this works. Nope, nope, nope. Get your balance. God, could you imagine Death Stranding's like RT, LT to balance here? It'd be crazy. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, I want you to know a normal person would have been snapped in half by that. Nope, game. I want R2, not R1. Get his ass, as my friend Bulk Slap had been saying. Look at that. Weak point on his butt. The butt point, if you will. You think you can keep me from my loved ones? I'm like Kiefer Sutherland in 24. There's no way he'll stop me. Boom. This is fun. The mammoth? Really? That's a mammoth? You think that is what a mammoth... He doesn't even have tusks. He has horns. Tusks come from near the mouth. Horns come from the... God damn it. This game is wrong. Alright, well... Do I go to the tower or whatever it's called every time? Like, am I just gonna keep going back there? I don't mind. I just was wondering, is that how this game works? Okay, cool. That's... I bet this is the middle of the map, isn't it? It's a Coke Zero orange vanilla. That's the beverage. It's Coke Zero with orange vanilla. Yeah, I'm diabetic. I can't have Coke with sugar. So who are the multiple shadowy figures that appear near me every time I stab a creature? Is that like the soul of the monster? I was like animated Dark Souls. Are there gonna be 16 of them around me by the time I'm done with this game? My next foe is Doom Guy. And then I would just be like, well, I'm done. Okay. This horse has a suspicious character. I just want to point out something. In every one of his games, Fumito Ueda saddles you, that wasn't a pun, but I guess it is now. He saddles you with a larger entity every time. Like, in the first game, it's a girl, and she's only slightly larger than you are, right? You know, she's like... I don't know, if Eiko is like 5.5 feet tall, she's like 6.5. And I assume Eiko's like 4 foot, so she's probably like 6 feet tall, right? In this game, you have a horse. That's much larger than a girl. And then in The Last Guardian, you have sort of like a dog bird, and he's like even bigger than a horse. So I assume like 2 or 3 games down the line, if Ueda is still alive by the time that is a possibility, you're gonna be working alongside a planet. That's just my assumption. Colossi. Horse, you have weird handling. You're like a car from Grand Theft Auto 4. Yeah, I'm actually getting Darksiders 2 vibes, and now I'm wondering if that fight was intended to be Colossi related. Okay, so it's below me in some aspect. Not gonna lie, most of the time people tried to get me to play this game, they made it sound boring. It's not. I mean, that's not why I didn't play it for a long time. I didn't play it because, honestly, I never had the mood. I just like felt like there were other games I wanted to be playing. And now I'm playing this game. I get the distinct impression that... What does the game want me to see?
Yeah.
Is this one of those shrines he was talking about where I need to pray? What is the button?
Abro.
Oh. Okay, I found the button. It's RT. Wait, are you serious that there's actually a single white-tailed lizard?
Abro.
Oh, you just hold RT. Okay. Not gonna lie, that's a little bit... What the fuck? Okay, you mean that white-tailed lizard that just... Fucking... Motherfucker. Was I supposed to kill that? I'm gonna be really bummed out if I wasn't supposed to kill that. Okay, well, I got the reptile. 5-lined skink. I got the skink. Well, how am I supposed to get the tail without it? Do I just, like, reach for it? Do I just hit R2 and then grab it? Is that what I'm doing? Alright, I've played Assassin's Creed. I know what happens when you get to top. You press Y and an eagle flies around. Caw-caw! Point synchronized. Your bird is now better at being a bird. Okay. Okay. Alright, can I... Nope. Listen up, horse. I kill lizards for fun. You don't think I wouldn't stop you if you betrayed me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you kill the guys in any order? That's a crazy secret to learn. Just like Eco, I am trying to play this. It's like when we didn't get the mace, right? I am trying to play this in a way that's like... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what that means. Game. I'm trying to play this game in a way that is like, oh hey look, it was one of the guys. I saw the lizard. You saw the lizard, right? Horse. Stop a train. I didn't even know there were other critters in this game. Where'd he go? No, horse, you'll scare him off. Oh, the order is fixed, so I can't just go to where one would be and fight it then, is what you're saying? Okay. Alright, well. There was a lizard. I saw the lizard. His tail. There it was again. Look at it. Look, there he goes. See him? And he doesn't have a white tail. So what's that about? I missed. Got him.
Abro.
No. What? The fuck? Can't kill the lizard. You can stand on the horse. All right, so there's some intricacies to the mechanics here. This is not simplistic. All right. And I can't apparently kill some lizards. It's cool that there's actually some life in the game world, though. And I assume I'm going to the right Colossus. I don't know what this gold means, though. What's the gold mean? Oh, do you have to like charge up the sword or something? Is that what that's about? I think I'm going the right way. Can I? I'm not sure. Hey look, it's another lizard. What the fuck is that? Oops. Well, this seems awful, Colossus CE. Did I find a Colossus? I think I found one. I get it now. I can't see anything because I'm not in the shadow of the Colossus. No, that's not. It's not. That part. Not gonna lie, I'm falling hard for this game. I really like it, what I'm playing so far. Alright, horse, use your horse powers. No? Can I swim? It appears that I can swim. I have no idea if I'm doing this right, I'm not gonna lie. that looks climbable, so. You guys are gonna watch me get like all the way over there in 10 minutes, and you're gonna like, by the way, you can't climb that. And I'll be like, fuck! Oh, hi. The sound disappears when you go underwater. That's great. One thing I'm not a fan of with this camera is that I can't switch shoulders as far as I can tell, which is kind of weird. There's a boat? Where the fuck is the boat? I even said you're gonna tell me there was an easy way to get across before I get to this, and damn it. Why doesn't he simply make it easier for himself? Seriously though, how do I change the camera angle? I want to be on the other side of Wander. I want him to be on the left side of my screen. Kind of like that. Okay. Well, there's no way this can go wrong, right? Like, this is gonna be completely... Oh yeah, I hit the wrong button. Right. Fuck. Well, that was fun. My name is Wander, and this water is very pretty. I gotta say though, I think my favorite elevator. There's an elevator. I don't see an elevator. The best water in video games is in a game called Dishonored 2, and it is the best looking water that has ever existed in any video game ever. It is absolutely stunning, and it is a masterful achievement. I will say I appreciate that they have algae on the surface of this water. Whatever artist was responsible for like making algae, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. That's fucking dope. Alright. It's 10:33. I started at about 9:40. So I'm probably gonna try to kill this third Colossus and then call it a night, I guess. That was an hour. There we go. Okay. What the? Damn it. My least favorite thing. Okay, so this is weird. You have to hold the jump button, unlike every other video game in the history of video games that has ever existed. You have to hold the jump button to jump. Every other game is just like, nah, if you touch X, your character will just immediately jump. This seems like a trap. I've played enough Destiny to know. Oh, that was funny. Alright. Oh, Colossus, where? Oh god, I found him. Alright. Alright, here we go. Hey, this guy is large. Now this, oh god. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do that, bro. Oh god. I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do. No. No. Eat shit, nerd. Okay, I need some fur to grab onto. No, 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 no. Yep. Oh, no. Okay. Come on. You can do this. Okay, you need a little bit more stamina, though. Nope. Nope. Grab on. Grab on. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Okay, I just... Hold on. Okay. Alright. He's very thin compared to the other ones. They were thick boys and oh, no, not. Come on. Why are you falling down? I actually don't know. I don't... What the fuck? You looking at me? You talking to me? Try to hit me. Come on. Come on. Somebody was like, oh, hey, you know, I have a great idea. Climb this fucker. Don't see a way to climb that attack, though. What? Okay. So, like... Come on. I don't think that's what I was supposed to do. Why does he keep doing that attack? Ow. Yeah, I can't climb when he does that. Why are your feet balls? That's so hard to climb. I don't know what I'm supposed to be shooting here. I just got a weak point on his tummy, but like... Do the attack that actually helped me last time? Come on. Come on. Strike at me, you fool. Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do this. Let's fucking go. Oh, nope. Grab on. Grab on. Grab on. You dumb shut. Fuck. Okay. Just set the arm down. I'm gonna jump across. Try to jump across. Nope. I fucked up. Why does the Colossus not simply step on Wander? Do it. Do it, I dare you. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be breaking. That's my biggest problem. I don't actually I'm holding the grab button. Come on. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Like, it's clear that I have to climb up, and I assume I have to go from the sword to the legs, up the waist, get on that. I figured that much, right? He just really doesn't want to swing at me this time. Fine then. Be that way. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm too clever for that. Yeah, see, I know he keeps saying break armor, but like, what the fuck is his armor? Like, I tried shooting the glowy bits, because that's what you do in video games, but that doesn't do shit. Well, like that? Or that? Sorry, I'm thirsty. One sec. What's harder than his armor is following the directions required to actually fight this critter. Knock it to the ground to break it. I assume I have to knock the critter to the ground. But I don't know how to knock the critter over. Wait a second. Fuck! Not quite where I wanted to be with that one. You gonna get up, bud? Come on, don't be like Eco. Just to refresh the stream if you're getting lag, sorry. I don't know what else to tell you, but it's working fine on my end. Oh shit. One sec. There we go. Alright. Wait, did he just do that himself? Was all I supposed to do get him to break this, like, break himself on this plate? Is that literally just the goal? Wow, okay. Okay, that actually makes sense. That was, I literally never would have figured that out if it hadn't happened by complete accident, though. Alright, try that one more time so I can climb. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Come on. You think you're so large and in charge? It's true. However, I am small, but I have a gun. I mean, a sword. If I had a gun, I would use it, though, and you would be so dead so quickly. My buddy Andy pointed out that this is a terrible security system. See, I was looking at Dormancent and being like, clearly what I need to do is like chip his armor with my weapons somehow. Game, grab on, you dipshit. He doesn't do what I'm telling him to do. Yes, come on. There we go. Alright. I would simply climb the Colossus. Why are you going to the side? This is not the direction that I'm telling you to go. I'm literally pointing the opposite direction, you dipshit. The worst thing in video games, and I swear, this is literally the only thing that I hate about video games, is that Wander is a piece of shit, apparently. Is when the controls don't do what you expect them to do based on the buttons that you're pressing. For instance, that. I don't know why he did that. I'm not understanding why he did that. Because the inputs I pressed are completely different. I pressed a series of buttons that would have enabled Wander not to do the bullshit that he just did. I hit jump and grab onto the button, and instead he went to the side and fell off. And that's frustrating. It's frustrating because I shouldn't be fighting the controls to play the game. See, I'm hitting the grab button and I'm not grabbing onto things. And it's unpleasant. Come on, grab on the side, grab on the side. There we go. That is what I've been trying to do for about as long as this fight started. And now Wander's not climbing. Is he holding on? I can't even see. The camera went the opposite direction. I'm guessing that was partly because of the Colossus, but... Okay, Wander, what are you doing? What are you doing? Buddy. I've been pulling down on the stick for a minute now. Okay, come on. I get that he's fighting the monster, right? I do understand that. But... Okay, game. This is bad. Come on. It takes like a second sometimes to actually press the button and have it do what it needs to do. Am I gonna grab on? Okay, okay. Whee. No, no, nope, nope. You are not a hula dancer. I'm down one. There we go. belly button strike. He's hula dancing, it's great. Come on. Okay, so that's gone now, I think. Oh, can't jump that? He really does not like me. And Wander's doing that thing where I hit the button and he holds on for dear life, which is actually, you know, a good thing, but... Oh! Why did you... What is he... What is he doing? Why is he not going the direction I have ordered him to go? Okay. I imagine it's very hard to build a game in which you are climbing a critter's elbow, like the inside of their elbow like that. I can't imagine it's easy, but I really wish intent would translate to, you know, emotion at times. Okay. Maybe you shouldn't have had weak points, buddy. You ever thought of that? I loved this part of Castlevania. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Is he ever gonna grab on, you think? I am going to fall. I'm like, hey, you should go this way. And Wander's like, fuck that, I'm gonna go the opposite direction. This is like when I was playing Eco, and I would point one direction, and because the camera would change slightly, he would go the other direction because some dumb motherfucker thought it was good to have the controls spaced around the direction. Well, he's gonna fall off because... No, he didn't. I've been holding that R2 button. Come on. I'm mostly annoyed by how fidgety the controls are. There we go. Come on, come on. I believe in me. It knows, man. It knows. Hope you like sports sports cuts. Would you like a massage today? They always want you to get a massage there. We're pay $30 to get your head shaved. I'm bald, so I do that. And then they're like, do you want a massage? Just add more money to that. It's like, why would I do that? Well, there he goes. So, that was fun, but whenever the guy doesn't do what I think he ought to be doing, I feel frustrated. Like, if I press left on my stick and he doesn't go left, I'm like, why? What's happening? Why is it doing this? And this is a problem that I had with this is a problem I had with Eco, where I would push like right on the stick and he would literally move left because the camera was like just off, just a little bit. And you know, this isn't I'm not really, I'm telling you about a thing that annoys me, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Like, this isn't me going, this is a bad video game. So, I know I shouldn't look at my phone during this, but I did check my phone, and I just want you to know that Nelson sent me a message based on the script that I've been working on for like a week now. And he says, this is one of the best written games in the medium. You are so close. There is so much life here. So that's making me feel real nice about myself. I like to think I'm a good writer, but I'm trying really hard to, you know, live up to that desire. But Rose of Guiding Graves, that sounds cool. Is that like a preview of the monster? Is this guy here? He looks cool. If I wasn't really tired, I'd actually do more. I'm just really tired. I'll probably stream tomorrow if you guys want to watch. I realize this stream's probably not as entertaining as Eco. One thing that made Eco, I think, more entertaining was that it had a lot of, well, I'm just in a giant ruin and I can just kind of walk around. Where do I go? So I could just kind of stop and talk. And Shadow of the Colossus actually requires a lot more, fuck you! Get out of here. Can't kill him. He's an that's terrifying. I got my eye on you, horse. See this cowboy pose? I'm ready to just gun you down right here. I know what you're thinking. No, it's not true. If a man actually could read the mind of a horse, he'd go insane. Horses are evil. Why is he not grabbing on? Huh. But yeah, Eco, due to the nature of the environment, makes it pretty easy to actually play the game. Or not play the game, but like, it makes it... There's a snake, Colossus? Damn. This is the guy I thought was from the cover. That face. But yeah, I don't know. When I'm walking around like this, it's easier to talk. When I'm climbing a Colossus and trying to fight it, all I can really do is just scream. Why am I falling off? Stop that, aggro. You're falling off, or not aggro. What's wander? You're falling off a fucking horse again. Because that's what happens, right? I don't know. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite taken by this game, other than the fact that apparently there's a boat. I love the environment. I love how barren and open it is. I think a lot of games want to pepper them. Oh, look, here's a treasure chest. Oh, look, here's some other thing. And you just run through and you just do all this, you know, stuff, cruft. And in this game, you've got like, apparently Wander needs to eat to up his stats. There's a horse who we're gonna probably fight later. You can hear him sneaking up on me. I got my eye on you, bud. Don't you try it. Don't you try it. See, look at that. He turned around. He's like, and look, as soon as I turn around, he's like, maybe I should get close. No, and then he looks away. This horse is planning something. Wait, can I visit the Colossus I beat? I was wondering if the bodies are still there. Let's go find out. I will do that before I log off for the night, because I'm actually curious. It's also, I think it's really suspicious how this horse just always ends up wherever. Like, there I was, minding my own business, and suddenly horse was there. Isn't that weird? I left him all the way over there, but suddenly, no, he's back at an evil temple? You tell me that horse doesn't possess supernatural powers? Also, look at how this is set up. It's very obvious where you need to go, through these big doors with a bright light shining through it. It feels ominous, it draws the eye. You know you're right, you never do see the horse and the guy in the room at the same time. I'm telling you, man, this horse is wrong. And one day I'll be able to climb this whole thing. Alright. Let's go teabag that giant monster, alright? I assume that's what you were wanting me to do. Nothing like being a bad sport, eh, folks? No, I'm kidding. I'm actually really curious what's up there. I love how that bird is there every time. See, this is where the game gets good. You're just walking around listening to the wind blow and me talk. What's more perfect than that? I'm surprised they didn't update the movement more. Was that the Colossus I killed? Just turned into fucking dust? Sucks to be you, bud. Maybe you shouldn't have been a large monster of some kind. That's messed up. Guess that's where we're going next time. Well, that was neat. It's been a neat time. This is a neat game. It's an exceptional game. You know, I've had people be like, "Oh, Doc, you hate Sony games so much." And so I don't hate Sony games. Put 250 hours into a Vita. If I hated Sony, would I own 20 PlayStation Vitas and be disappointed that I missed out on my 21st? Nah, man. What I hate are games that want to be like movies and aren't good at that. They're games that are self-conscious, that are afraid to be what they're about. They're so interested in being taken seriously and being seen as important. They're insecure, right? And when they're not insecure, sometimes they're just like, "Oh, well, you know, I read Robert McKee's book called Story." I have a copy sitting over there about 10 feet from me. I have read Robert McKee's Story. I know what makes for a good story. And then they just copy shit, right? And then you get a game that feels like somebody just read that book and turned all the examples into a script. And I'm playing this, and it's like, nah, man, this is somebody coming into this game, and they went, "I'm gonna make something really beautiful," and so they've created this space. Look at that! Look at that magic castle. Who even knows? Excuse me. Who knows what that's about? Look at all the tiling. Look at all the tiling on this ground here, man. That's just like Darksiders 2. What a great reference to Darksiders 2. I actually hate that about video games. I wish there was a way we could get better at making that tiling less visible. But I'm not a graphics programmer. I don't know how to do that shit, or an artist. What you doing, Wander? I'm not actually touching the controller. What are you doing? That was weird. I don't have a problem with Sony movies. It's just that at Sony, someone out there is just greenlighting like a lot of make this like this movie you really like, and then you get stuff that just feels derivative, like The Road or Indiana Jones. It just feels like somebody sat down and was like, I'm gonna do that. This, what even is this? What is this game? It's like nothing you've ever seen before as far as I know. Gormenghast, maybe? I'm sure that probably none of you know what that is. Gormenghast is a series of novels by novelist Mervyn Peake. There are 3 of them. I believe the first one was Titus Alone. Might not be it. It's about the people who live in this giant, fucked up old castle that's overgrown and ancient, kind of like that. I like things that are confident in themselves. I like things that it seems like somebody sat down and was like, I'm gonna make really smart decisions. Like, how many games have you played where you could come back here and there'd just be nothing here? They'd be like, ooh, no, the creature despawned. It turned into a fucking smoke that you saw earlier. Ooh. No, this game was like, fuck that, dude. The creature actually turns into ground. It implies something about the existence of the Colossi, that they're supernatural in origin. I mean, that was obvious, but it says something about them. It adds depth to their existence. And it's not going to sit here and be like, all right, we're at page 14 in the game's script. At the 14-minute mark, a dramatic turn needs to occur. They're not doing that. That's what fucking McKee does. That's not what they're doing. I believe the 14-minute mark in The Last of Us is when you have to head out into the world to go meet the guy who's got a package or whatever. Like, I love that this exists. I don't even know what this is. We see, oh hey, rocks have fallen. Some temple-y bits here. Isn't that cool? Isn't it cool that that's like, they just put that there? They didn't have to. They could have just made like a whole canyon. And no, they were like, no, we're gonna put a little bit of temple here, a little bit of ruins. Just make it feel good. Feel good. The Colossus lets you know, hey, you did. Oh, look, there's his face. He's got 4 nostrils apparently, because that's one side of his nose, and there's 2 nostrils there. Like somehow, bits of Dorman. Like, somebody went in and carved that, right? Like, that's my assumption. Somebody came in here and made all these little things, and then made, like, a big statue or some shit, and then it got animated. Like, that's a whole... Who knows what happened there? I'm sure Ueda does. Although, if he's like me, he actually doesn't know what happened there. He just is like, this is what feels right. We're gonna do this. And then he does that, and it's a half-finished thought. I like this game. I like that this game has... And, you know, that may change. I fucking hate the controls. But I like that this game has... a desire to be what it is, I guess. It's... You know, it's the kind of thing I hope I make. Not... There are people who come along and they go, oh, I was inspired by Shadow of the Colossus. I was not inspired by Shadow of the Colossus. This is literally the first time I am playing this game. I don't know shit about Shadow of the Colossus, other than, like, people told me you have to kill 16 boss fights, and that's pretty cool. This is just this quiet, beautiful, echoey world. Great colors, by the way. Gray and green are some, like, it's one of my favorite color palettes. So I really like that they're using that heavily here. Where is this thing? I'm just gonna head towards it. Going that way. I'm not gonna keep playing the whole game, but I am gonna get to the creature. I like when a game understands what it is. I also appreciate that this is a game that's set in a space. A lot of games that I play don't pay as much attention to the nature of a space as I wish they would. They don't embrace the fact that being a 3D game means you're actually in a world. A lot of them, you know, it's like some guy read a book and the book was like, to make good game design, you have to do this. And this game's just like, nah, I'm just gonna do my thing. Here's a really strong idea and I'm gonna try to figure out how to turn that idea into a game. And they've done that. They've done that. This is great. Okay. Horse. Horse. What do you... I'm hitting the wrong buttons a lot. Okay. It's still going the right way. Horse, come on. Controls are fucky, though. Yeah, you're right. It is a really thoughtful game, and that's what I appreciate. Like, when I was playing Metal Gear Solid... Or not Metal Gear Solid. Well, yeah, when I was playing Metal Gear Solid. But when I was playing, not the first game, the fifth game. I was playing Death Stranding. Like, every single mechanic in that game, it's like somebody has sat down and gone, you know, Kojima presumably, right? Sat down and went, what is this? What is this? What is this? How do all these individual components matter? And now we're playing this game, and I have gone the wrong direction. It's like in there. Do you have to go around it? Come on. I'm just gonna keep galloping while I talk. It feels like all... No, I haven't found a map yet. It's not that button. It's that button. That's a good looking map. This game is doing the things that I appreciate in video games, where someone's sitting there and asking, how do the mechanics contribute to the whole? When I play a game, you know, I call them prestige games. When I play a game like The Last of Us, right, and I see, ooh, here's a fucking, like, crafting system, right? I'm like, why are you here? What do you add to the experience? When I encounter a cannibal in that game, I'm like, this is gonna be a cannibal, isn't it? And the game's like, ha ha ha, it's not a cannibal, and then it is. It is a fucking cannibal. Like, it's not trying at all. And I know that's weird, right? I know that you're not supposed to say lazy devs, because everybody worked so hard to make games like The Last of Us, right? But this feels like a game where somebody had a concept, and they built a game to suit that concept, whereas something like The Last of Us feels like somebody sat down and went, you know, hey, there's a shrine, I'm gonna go to that. It feels like somebody sat down and went, like, we're gonna make a third-person game. What kind of third-person game? Well, I really like this movie. All right, what kind of things do zombie stories have in them? Oh, they have this, 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 and this. All right, we're doing that. That's exactly what we're doing. And they didn't really try to do much beyond that other than have really good production value. What good is good production value? What good is good production value if I figured out how to teabag in this game? Interesting. All right. What good is production value if the story, if the soul of the work, the artistic soul of the work, like, has none? What's the point? What's the value of it? This is a thing where it feels like all the decisions that went into it was like somebody going, all right, I want to make this feeling. I want to achieve this effect. I want to get this across. And I wish every game felt that way, you know? It's like when I was playing Mass Effect Andromeda. And I was like, I'm looking for the lizard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking for the fucking lizard. Let's play Mass Effect Andromeda. I wrote about it. And for games that I like, I've been trying to hashtag these pieces. I write these really long deep dives on my blog. And I say something like hashtag play this, right? And it's going to pull out because this is Assassin's Creed. Hey, look. Do you see him? Do you see him? I found the lizard. He's on the ground. Can I? Nope. Fuck. I tried. I did try. And then he flexed, and I am bad at aiming. And he's dead now. I'm sorry, bud. I wasn't trying to commit murder again. I only meant to do it the one time. Alright, but I said I wanted to get to the Colossus, so we're gonna get to the fucking Colossus. Where you at? Where you at, bud? It's like in there. How do I get in there?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Speed the fuck up. I don't hate games that were made by Sony, right? I like games that want to be something ambitious. Is that a lizard? Did I run over a lizard? The glowing tail? No? He's just a normal one? Alright. I do appreciate that the horse kind of gallops for a bit. I want games that center on an idea or a feeling and try to build themselves out of that rather than a game that just sort of rotely repeats, oh, well, this is this verb, this is this verb. Here's an instant fail stealth sequence because games have to have those. I don't know if you read that Twitter thread I made the other day. I was really annoyed at this game I was playing because it felt like some designer kind of went, gwee hee hee hee, you just have to figure out what I want you to do. And it feels like impenetrable bullshit. It doesn't feel fun. I don't feel like I'm learning anything. Good games often make you feel like you're learning something. You're getting better. You're improving. You're growing in some way. There's progress. There's momentum. In this game, it was just like, experiment. That's what makes games fun. No, it doesn't. At least for me. And so I made a thread because I was annoyed. I was super annoyed at the experience that I was having, and I didn't want to shit on this game that a lot of very talented people had clearly made. The game, it looks good, it sounds good, it has great ideas, it's critically acclaimed. It's actually a critically acclaimed video game. But it's not a sacred cow, it's not a huge game. You know, it's not a fucking $1 trillion exclusive game. So I didn't want to shit on that game, right? So I was frustrated, and I vented with the frustration that I had. And I made this thread, and I basically said, look, games aren't like what you think they are, right? Like, a lot of game designers, they like, I want you to figure out my game. I want you to get good at my game. And it's like, players aren't like that. I've done enough market research. Like, I've literally worked with these people, right? Like, I've literally, this has been my job. I've helped multi-billion-dollar corporations make their games better. Several 100 million people have played games I've worked on, right? Not as like in a strong design capacity, right? Like I'm not Cory Barlog, right? But a lot of people, you know, I do a lot of that research. I do a lot of studying, and I know what people stick around for. And the fact is, doing shit is hard. Any shit. Just motivation is hard, right? I'm also standing on top of what is like a stone wedding cake. Yeah, so wait, was that it? No. Where the fuck is the lizard? You at, you sneaky son of a bitch. I'll fucking kill you. Well, I don't want to kill him. I want to get his tail. I don't even hear him walking around. So I made this thread and I ranted about it, and I forgot why I was bringing this thread up. Oh yeah. So somebody quoted my thread, and he said one of the things that we talked about at our studio was every every new designer in their first level for us. This is like some old studio he was at. He was like, every new designer, for some reason, we had this running joke that I found him. Do you see him? You see him in the grass, y'all? Guys, like, basically, every new designer always would do this thing where they would, they'd always try to make a stealth level. Got his tail without killing him. We did it, fellas. We did it. Thanks for telling me about that. That's really cool. I never would have realized that was a thing. Are you okay? What's up, bro? Is Horse doing this to you with his psychic powers? Horse, let him go. Horse. Leave him be. There you go. See, look at that. And he flipped over again. Horse is fucking jerk. I keep forgetting that triangle is make horse go forward.
Yeah.
But he said that a lot of people try to make stealth levels early on, and that's kind of weird. I was like, why do you think all these level designers do that? I mean, I didn't ask. He was making the thread, and so I was learning from that. But turns out their theory was that what's happening is a lot of these designers, they want to have a degree of control. They want to feel clever. They want to feel like their level is clever, and so they just put stealth sequences in there. It doesn't make the game better, but they do it because that's what they want to exert some level of control over the experience, and that was their theory. It's not necessarily the truth. That's just the theory that they had. And it was like, oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting to me that, you know, people behave that way when they're building levels. And so they had to, my understanding is they had to sort of teach people to unlearn that habit. Better levels don't come from mandatory stealth sequences that instant fail. And it got me thinking, just, you know, thinking about that.
Yeah.
I need more sunlight, I'm guessing. I don't know, it got me thinking. I mean, just sitting here going, huh, that's interesting. But when I play a lot of games, it does feel like they have a habit of falling back on tropes, on whatever, rather than building a game. And what I'm describing is really hard. If you're in AAA, I'm basically describing something you can never do, even though you have infinite resources, you know, in some studios. The fact is, this is really hard. You can't just fucking do it, you know? You have shareholders, you have bosses, you have vision holders and stakeholders, right? All these people who are competing needs for what makes a good thing, right? There's a couple lizards in here. Damn. Alright. What's up, bro? This seems dark. Fireflies. But in a perfect world, if you could just make a video game with no constraints, right? You could just make it happen. Somebody gave you $100 million and said, do the game, right? In an ideal world, people would make games apparently more like this, where... Oh, I loved The Hobbit. Where you're sitting there and you're going, alright. What can I do that's interesting to me? What feelings, what sensations can I create? And focusing on that over just going with tried and true game design things seems like a good idea to me. I was reading this article some guy had posted, and apparently he's a very well-respected game design nerd. Like, he's made several games. It's not a very big studio or anything, but he hits in, he like writes, you know, how to design games books, and those books are shared around and blah blah blah, right? People were actually making fun of something that he'd written not too long ago, because he was saying something like, females love to play this kind of game, and males, and it was weird, right? But this guy's apparently well respected, whatever. I don't know shit about that. What I do know is the article I read, and I'm sitting back now for a minute. What I do know is that what I read was this guy saying something along the lines of, if you can't come up with a game idea, you should try to, and then he went on this long thing, and I thought, that's so strange. It's so strange of being in a position where you have to come up with a game idea. If you can't come up with a game idea and you're racking your brains trying to come up with a game idea, maybe just let somebody else who has an idea come up with one instead. You know, it's weird that there would be a person, but at the same time, I see that time and time again. I remember consulting on a project in AAA where the guys in question didn't even seem to know what they wanted to make. I'm not gonna talk about that or anything, right? I've freelanced for a bunch of different consultants over the years, a bunch of different things, but I remember talking to these guys and just being like, so what do you want to make? And they were like, well, we thought we wanted to do this, and then we wanted to make a completely different genre. And it was like, do you know what you want to make? Why are you, like, I didn't say this, but I was thinking to myself, why are you in charge if you don't know what you want to make? But I see that time and time again. You know, we look at, like, BioWare, right? If you ever read Jason Schreier's article on Anthem, it sure sounds like management didn't know what game they wanted to make. Like, they had some cool ideas, then they found out that their technology couldn't support it. So rather than finding technology that could support it, they stuck with the technology that couldn't and made the most generic video game space RPG ever. It's like the expensive version of fucking, you know, one of those random Spiders RPGs. Like, Spiders is actually getting better. Apparently Greedfall's pretty neat. But BioWare was like, it felt rudderless. And it feels like a lot of games in AAA that I see are rudderless. Or they're, you know, you play Shadow of the Tomb Raider, right? And, oh, hey, here's a game. It's not made by Crystal Dynamics. We're just going to, for the third time, repeat Lara Croft being unconfident and then getting confident over the course of the game and pretend somehow this is a contiguous arc from 3 games. And she also has a 3-tier skill system. So many games have 3-tier skill systems. Why do they have that? This game doesn't even have a fucking skill system as far as I know. They're like, oh, this is the hunter tree, this is the survival tree, this is the other tree. You know, I was playing Spider-Man, it was like, this is improved webbing. What does improved webbing mean? Does it last longer? Does it fly further? Does it do more damage in your attacks? What does it mean? So when I play these big cinematic famous games, I don't know what they're trying to do. It just feels like they're copying what's around them. They're just some guys watching like, oh man, I really like Denis Villeneuve's games. I can't wait for the fucking Prisoners 2 or whatever. You know, Blade Runner 2049 is perfect. What? You know, that's fine if you like it, but it's weird that that lack of creativity leads to a bunch of games that feel really samey. You know, and then we have a game like this where it's pretty clear that Ueda went, I have this image in my head of this guy who has to kill, or this guy in a game who has to fight several unique enemies, and you know, presumably he probably went, well, my emotion here, my feeling that I want to get is this sense of, you know, self-sacrifice that leads to a bad end. You know, it seems like there's emotions involved here that he really sat down and went, I want to accomplish in this game. This game is trying very hard to accomplish very specific emotions. You can see it. It's oozing it. This game is earnest. This game is passionate. And I'm only 3 bosses in. There's 16. I got what? 13 more to go? And I'm already like fucking sold on this, right? And when I go play, you know, big AAA exclusive game, I often don't feel this. I was really lucky to have played Gears 5 last year because Gears 5 is heartfelt, emotional, and very focused. And you know what? That's probably because the guy in charge of the entire series, Rod Ferguson, was not only a co-creator of that series, but also very clearly loves Gears as a whole package. He can see it for what it is. You don't get that a lot in games. It's a rare skill. And so I don't think it's fair to say I don't like Sony games because I really liked Eco. I think Ratchet and Clank is fucking spectacular. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. Do I wish all of these things were on PC instead? Yes. In a perfect world, consoles wouldn't exist. We would just have PC games. But we don't. We don't live in that perfect world where all games can be... Like, I was thinking about this earlier today. I want Death Stranding to come out on PC. I can't wait for that because people are going to do a Shrek mod for the baby and it's going to be amazing. They're going to replace the baby with Shrek. It's going to be great. But consoles do exist, and there are good games on every platform except maybe Nintendo. No, I'm joking. I don't actually love a lot of Nintendo games, but that's because they're all very much trying to be like cute games. And I love cuteness, but Nintendo's a lot of institutionalized knowledge about how to make cute games, so they all kind of feel really samey to me, and I bounce off them really hard after a while. Pikmin's the only one that I ever seem to stick with. That said, Earthbound is the JRPG I've played the most, but also Earthbound doesn't feel like a Nintendo game. Earthbound feels really, really specific. Again, it has that personality. It's unique. It matters. When I play Uncharted, honestly, I feel like I'm playing a pretty anonymous game. No real personality shines through in that game. When I play The Last of Us, I feel like I'm playing an anonymous game, no personality. When I play Earthbound, when I play games that stick out to me, games that like get me, grab me and hold me, that sounds weird. When I play games that enrapture my attention, I love it. I love that experience. And I don't feel like a lot of games in the AAA space do that. And you may be going, well, Doc, just play indie games. Well, the problem that I have with indie games is that because they're independent, they're often low budget. Because they're low budget, a lot of people end up making 2D games. And the thing is, the reason that I care about this game that I'm playing right now, I'm not actually playing it right now, I've just been letting this horse sneak up behind me. The reason that I care about this game, look at this. Look at this. Do you understand? Here's this big ass world with a navigable space that you can feel and you can think your way through and explore. I'm telling you that I like 3D games, is what I'm telling you. I play 2D games sometimes, but a lot of 2D games are like, oh, here's a platformer. It's what I grew up with on the NES. I didn't grow up on the NES. I grew up on a PC with a copy of Microsoft... Oh, that's what that side button does. With a copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator 98. That's the first video game I ever owned. Microsoft Flight Simulator 98. It's set on the cover as real as it gets. And while everybody else was playing these weird little, like, 2D platformers, or by that time, Flight Simulator 98, I remember my friend Callum was like, oh my god, I can't wait. The Nintendo 64 is amazing. It has 64 bits. It's so much better than the PlayStation that just came out. And he was really excited. He was like, this is the greatest thing in the entire world. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I would go home and I would play Flight Simulator. I would fall in love with it because you get a plane, you fly around the world. The first time I ever got on the internet, the reason I got on the internet was to get more planes for Flight Simulator. I spent thousands of hours just flying planes got to the point where in real life when I went to fly airplanes, my flight instructor said, all three of them, every instructor I ever had, said the same thing, which is you fly like somebody who has thousands of hours under your belt. And I was like, yeah, well, that's because I had a shitload of Microsoft Flight Simulator to learn from. So when I'm playing video games, I care a lot about 3D because I care a lot about going to places, being in a space. It's one of the reasons why I think Ocarina of Time doesn't really reach out to me, is because it's very... you're not really in a space. It's very janky with those controls. Look at this. This has like more natural movement, right? That's jump. That's that. In Ocarina of Time, it's like, do the lock-on button to lock... What does that do? Right. Okay, this is just over-the-shoulder camera. Gotta find out what his shampoo is. Yeah, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is the games I care about tend to put me in real, like, worlds, like spaces that I can engage with and believe in. And I know that's not always true, because sometimes I'll play, you know, fucking Age of Empires, right? That's just a strategy game. I'm moving units around. For some reason, my brain lets me work with that. City builders are one of my favorite genres, but 2D games, there's a hole in my head where that needs to be. I don't know. There's no... Look, there are good games and there are bad games, but then there are things I like and things I dislike. And these are 4 axes. You take the political alignment chart that people post on as a meme online, you know, where they're like authoritarian, whatever the other one is, libertarian, and what is it, left, right, authoritarian, libertarian, I think. And it's a political axis. Except for me, it'd be like good, bad, like, dislike. You could put a bunch of games on there. 2D games, I don't dislike them. I just, so many of them fit in a void. Platformers are just in a hole. There's nothing there. I don't have any emotional response to them. But you give me a game like this, and I can tell you whether I like or dislike it. And I can tell you I like what I'm playing here. I like this experience. I wish more games were less focused on how to make a game be a game, right? How to fit into a pre-existing box of rules. I wish more games were less about that and more about how can I create mechanics that support the emotions I want people to feel. And that's a very narrow way of looking at games. I'm expressing a very narrow way of looking at games. I fully understand this, but this is my value system. This is what I care about. It'd be like talking to Ken Burns, and Ken Burns would be like, "Oh no, I don't give a shit about making, you know, drama movies. I just want to make documentaries 24/7." I'm like that. I want to make documentaries 24/7. Except in my case, it's 3D games that make you go places and feel things, and this game makes you go places and feel things. And I like that a whole heck of a lot. And I'm definitely not going to speedrun this thing. So that is the first 3 Colossi. Thank you for letting me rant pointlessly for a very long time. I like what I'm playing. I can't wait to come back. I'll probably actually play more of this tomorrow. That's neat. It's a neat game. And I appreciate y'all hanging out. But I'm also very tired. And when I get tired, I ramble. And right now I'm rambling, and I know I'm rambling, and I'm sorry for that, but thank you for keeping me company tonight. I'm going to go shut off the stream now. And I'm going to go upload this eventually later, it goes without saying.